Welcome back to Royals of the Ring. Here as part of WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare, it's our second semifinal round matchup. Here we go.
Ring semifinal match. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 263 pounds, Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude was able to defeat the glorious Robert Roode in the opening round of this tournament, and he will look to make it 2 for 2 with a victory over Rob Van Dam, who had a grueling first round matchup with Kenny Omega no more than 10 minutes ago. By the time he gets out to the ring, maybe about 15 minutes of rest for Rob Van Dam. But Rick Rude has had a couple of matches to rest and rejuvenate as much as he can. His opening round contest with Robert Roode was a competitive one, back and forth, a real tit-for-tat matchup, if you will. But Rob Van Dam and Kenny Omega really brought the heat in that final first-round matchup.
From Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam!
Van Dam does look like he is in good condition right now, making his way back out to the ring. If he is hurting, he is doing a good job of hiding it right now, and that's a very smart thing to do. As they say, fake it till you make it, baby. And Rob Van Dam has not yet made it to being king of fantasy warfare, so if he's faking it, he might just make it here to being the king of fantasy warfare. A tall task in front of him. Ravishing Rick Rude, as we said, was able to defeat Robert Roode in the first round. Not as hard-hitting and not as high-paced of a matchup as Rob Van Dam had with Kenny Omega in the first round. Omega and Van Dam really brought the fight to each other. Not that Rude and Rude did not bring the fight to each other, but if you watch those two first-round matchups, you can spot some clear differences in some of the intensity levels. So that could make a difference here in this matchup between the condition of Rick Rude and Rob Van Dam as the bell rings and we are underway. Our second semifinal round matchup, in the winner of this meets Shinsuke Nakamura in the finals to crown our first king of fantasy warfare. Nice back body drop by Ravishing Rick Rude on Rob Van Dam. Oh, driving the bottoms of his boots right into the face of Van Dam. Now going for the nerve hold on Mr. Monday Night, looking to go for an early submission on Rob Van Dam. I'm not quite sure if a nerve hold is going to get the job done. No, it's not. No nerve hold for you, sir, as Van Dam swept the legs out and brings Rude back up to his feet before starting some nice body shots, then sweeping the leg, bringing Rude back down to the canvas. And now, sets up that arm. Stomping away. That's a favorite here at Fantasy Warfare. These folks like to use the old bendy arm and stomp on it gimmick. As Rick Rude says, I got your bendy arm stomp gimmick, and I'll see a vertical suplex throw. Not a vertical suplex, a vertical suplex throw. He's like, nah, I'm not falling for that one. Van Dam catches Rick Rude with a Russian leg sweep, almost called it a ravishing leg sweep. Nice top rope moonsault by Van Dam, follows it up with a ground standing moonsault. Now he's heading up to the second rope. Big time splash. Rick Rude is in trouble. What a three-move combo by Rob Van Dam, but he gets kicked back into the corner by Rick Rude, who's now driving those stone-like shoulders, or he was driving those stone-like shoulders into Van Dam before stomping away. Wasn't quite stomping a mud hole and walking a drive, but he wasn't too far off either as he goes for the cover. Van Dam out of the corner and out of the pinfall just in the nick of time as Rick Rude only able to get a count of 2. Rude now has Van Dam, got him set up. The same pile driver that put away Robert Roode in the first round. Could it be the pile driver that puts away Rob Van Dam in the second round? No, it's not. Boot to the midsection cut by Van Dam. He's got Rick Rude caught. Vertical suplex. I'm getting my R's confused here. Rob, Rick, Robert, all these guys. It's all over the place. Van Dam down with a 5-star. But he gets caught with knees. And there's the favorite arm bendy stompy thingy. Rude now awaiting Van Dam to get back up to his feet. Boot to the midsection. Here he goes. Rude awakening. Yes, it is. The Rude awakening. It could be a rude awakening for Van Dam, or it could be the start of a nightmare if the referee comes down for the 3, and he does. Ravishing Rick Rude advances to the finals of the Royals of the Ring tournament. Our finals are officially set. Coming up next, it's going to be Ravishing Rick Rude and Shinsuke Nakamura to determine the first king of Fantasy Warfare, and that match begins in just a few moments. After a brief intermission, we'll come back and crown our first king of Fantasy Warfare. The finals, they're coming up next. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Here is your winner,